Day 10. Hello survivors, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Day 10 of the Colonel's Journal for Eco, along with Bad Company. I'm standing still to start with today because I wanted to talk you through a couple of plans that are going on. Because some of you may say, hey Colonel, there is this meteor that's coming to blow everything up. Meanwhile, you're mucking about with recipes and building the most glamorous house imaginable. This is true, and in fact I'm not just building one glamorous house, I'm building three. The main body of today's episode is going to be one part tearing down this house and one part getting to work on the next one as well, because you've got to have priorities. And I'm a well-dressed colonel when it comes to end-of-the-world scenarios. But also, when I was editing here, I spotted that actually this was quite a nice bit of lighting effect running through the day-night cycle at high speed. So I thought maybe you'd enjoy that. But here's the notion: is the first building that I've built is actually quite a clever kitchen design, and I'll run you through that in just a moment. In that we do cooking in the on the ground floor and on the top floor, and then the store itself has been relocated to the middle floor. There are in fact 3 floors in the house. Or are there 4 floors in the house? No, there's 3 floors in that house. So there's a different house. It's got more floors, and that's not the floor house. Yes, so I'll run you through that in a minute. Meanwhile, everybody is currently pressing ahead with research, or rather, Sociopath is pressing ahead with research, being the researcher-in-chief. And as you can see in my inventory there in slot 4, I've got some yeast on me, which has been used to help fuel the learning of advanced cooking, which will allow me to develop the finest recipes ever known by anyone ever. But we're pressing forward, and there is an awful lot still to do, but I can't help but think that we're going to beat this task with plenty of time to spare. So there you go, you can see my 2 houses currently under construction there, and the second one it's coming along. Now, I don't actually know what I need this one for. I'm building it just because it will look nice. Maybe I'll be able to rent it out to somebody. I don't know, we'll probably give that a spin. Anyway, at least half my time at the moment, it feels like, I'm spending half my time wandering through town, heading towards What's the Mortar in order to buy more materials. Except this time, of course, I'm actually carrying some hewn logs, which I'm selling back to the mayor, the price gouging buffoon. But it's obviously no buffoon if he's price gouging that. Well, basically, I bought all these logs off the mayor earlier on for like 4 each, and I'm now selling them back at 0.3. Nice work if you can get it right there. But, needs must. I mean, basically, these hewn logs are not going to be doing me any favours. And then, surprise, surprise, here we go, back to What's the Mortar. Yes, I'd like some more bricks, please, which are $1.99 each. And there goes some more of my money that I made by selling finely crafted and utterly delicious foodstuffs, which is brilliant. Anyway, I still refuse to use the road because, roads are for chumps, and I'm far superior to that. But it is a beautiful starry night. The moon's out. Oh, and here is our friend, the Asteroid. As you can see, impact in 20 days, and is that 11 hours? Not long now, but that's fine. I'm going to carry on with my house. I'm confident the rest of the town will sort that out. Yeah, you can loom all you like, mate. I'm just not that fussed. Anyway, right, so we're getting on with a bit more brick placing. Now, I'm trying to, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm trying to make the design for this second house slightly different, but still following the same motif as the original. I probably will keep a doorway in here so that I can access this from the raised bit of road. But again, it's the stone and brick combination is the one that always pays off. Yeah. Okay, good. Anyway, look, while we're doing this, I thought I might take you through another recipe because I am still a chef. I seem to have omitted to record quite a lot of my chefing behaviour from next door, and I was going to show you the clever setup that I'd got in there, but you're just going to have to imagine it until I show it off. Yeah, let's repair the flipping hammer again. Always repairing a hammer. Hammer doesn't last very long. It's not like hammers that you used to be able to. What were we doing? Recipe. Oh, yes. Well, I've got something a bit special for you today, and in something of a departure for the Colonel's Journal. I should remember what it's called, really. In something of a departure, you're going to need more than one ingredient. Unless you consider fire to be one of the ingredients, in which case you're going to need more than 2 ingredients. For today's recipe, which is wheat porridge, hearty stuff, the kind of thing that Scotsmen around the world, particularly in Scotland, swear by to keep themselves and their spirits lifted throughout the day. So what you're going to need for this particular recipe, which is heartily nutritious and jolly filling, is the first thing you're going to need is some wheat. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, don't go changing it into flour. That's not going to do you any favours in the slightest. No. Flour's not going to be helpful. You want the wheat, stems and all. If you can get a bit of the root in there as well, it adds fibre. So get yourself a goodly bunch of wheat. And then in order to spice that up with some flavour, which may be a new concept to you, given the amount of burnt food that we've been doing lately, you're going to want some huckleberries. They're like blueberries, but cheaper, and they grow just about anywhere, particularly on this server. Phantom minecart there again. Once you've got your wheat together and your blueberries, no, they're not blue, they're huckleberries, you were just talking about this. Once you've got those two together, you're going to want to set them on fire. Because that's how we all make porridge, particularly the wheat-based stuff. I really mash it all together and set it on fire. And when the wheat has gone out, what you should be left with is some kind of beautiful paste that has a somewhat blue colour to it. Oh, look at this, we're back at Vectrix's again, buying some more bricks. There goes some more of my hard-earned cash. I'm going to sell quite a lot of flipping wheat porridge in order to get past this. Anyway, resuming the recipe where we left off there, you're then going to want to wait a little while, probably long enough to go and buy some bricks, if I'm honest, and then bada bing, you got your wheat porridge right there. Now, because this is an unusual concoction and it uses multiple different ingredients as well as fire, you're going to want to charge a fully premium price for this, at least until you've got some food that is actually good for anyone at all. And you want to make sure you keep those prices high. As soon as you start price competing with yourself, the show's pretty much over. So keep those prices high while you can. Meanwhile, back at the house, here we go. You see, here's the thing. This house ends up being the tallest in town, and it's much nicer than the one that I ended up using as my new kitchen. If we ever face that way again, I'll show you where the storefront is. Possibly should have done that when we walked past it a minute ago. There we go. There's the store. See, on that first floor, which is ideal because it means it's on the run-in ramp, effectively, to and from Town Hall. I don't get much passing traffic, but since everybody knows that I'm the only place that's really selling any food, I mean, Skipperchew's selling some wheat-based nonsense, but nobody wants to eat that. Of course, my wheat-based nonsense comes with huckleberries as well, which everybody wants to consume as much of as humanly possible. Anyway, there we go. So I've still got quite a bit of building to do. And as you can see over to the right there, my old build is looking a little ramshackle these days. But if you want to see how this turns out, you're going to need to subscribe. And I heartily recommend you sling a like at this one to avoid further mishaps vis-a-vis wheat and blueberries. I've been Colonel Failure. I hope to catch up with you very soon, where we shall continue to fight the asteroid menace and hopefully survive. Cheerio!